the pine. Rain dust dancing, sun breaks the fall. Black soil turning under steel and slaw. 165 holes through the low wet ground. 399 holes as the swans swing around. Red tractors in the pine, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. Feet, 4 old friends and a lifetime of weed. Red tractors in the pine, working through the finished sky. From the valley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. Tractors in the pine. Ooh, red tractors in the pine. Chat keeps yapping about my life like it knows my every move, but it never stacked up birch pile high or pulled a stuck rig loose. Long field flat and frozen, breath hangs wide in the air. I got belly under blankets and diesel in my prayer. Weather is the boss out here. Not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, I toss, but the weather is the boss. Red Massey hums at sunrise, tracks through slush and clay. Spruce line holds the hillside where the saw sings half the day. Skis lean by the back door, waiting on a clear blue spell. I read the clouds like scripture, more than any manual. Weather is the boss out here. Not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, I toss, but the weather is the boss. Frost, flood, hail, thaw, I just dance to what I'm dealt. Oh yeah, you can tell me what I should do, but this land decides itself. Weather is the boss out here. Not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, I toss. Frost on the shed roof, keys in my hand. Massey 35, waiting by the birch line. Old paint fading, still starts on command. Oh yeah, red tractors in the pines, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fine. 645 by the front of the line. Red tractors in the pine. Rain dust dancing, sun breaks the fall. Black soil turning under steel and slaw. 165 homes through the low wet ground. 399 hauls as the swans swing around. Red tractors in the pine, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fine. 645 by the front of the line. Red tractors in the pines. Oh, yeah. Forest at our shoulders, fields at our feet. 4 old friends and a lifetime of weed. Red tractors in the pines, working through the finished sky. From the valley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high.
Det var lite större sten för att just var lite. Good day everybody. Let's see what we can firstly harvest from the jungle here. I can barely get in there anymore, so it's kind of becoming a problem. Need a bigger rock for the door, some sort of clip or something that you could put from here. But yeah, some gherkins we can find. Then I don't know what's up with the tomatoes. They're growing. There's some tomatoes, but they're still small and green. Hopefully eventually there's gonna be some like red tomatoes. I don't know if you should you like cut some so they produce earlier tomatoes, or I don't even know. Here's a lot of tomatoes, and these lower down here you can see like this is pretty big here, but it's still like green. They're still completely green. I mean this is pretty big here. Maybe this is starting to shift a little bit. But they're like these plants. I should have I should have put the strings higher. Like these are so high up that they're going to the side. Might need to build some extra like support to get this like a little bit to the side.
Cucumbers.
Yeah, cucumbers we can find. They're not a problem because they have not been a problem. But these I'm gonna try to fold these over so I can get in here. Then we got the corn which is going out the roof, and the cucumbers are growing literally up along the corn, so it's like this guy, it's up 2 meters and it started from the floor. It's on its own, it's gone up here. What the hell is going on? Here is definitely warm enough. Probably need to irrigate today. inside here, but if we can get inside, yeah, there's like too many of these cucumbers. Here's one. These gherkins are like, this is already like borderline. You want to eat them when they're not this big almost. This one is too big. Well, there's one that has a rotten or something. That one we cannot eat, but this is good. And there's so many more growing. I can still barely get in here. These are growing even more here. I need a little bit find a way somewhere to place my foot. And then I have the watermelons, but I don't know what's up with the watermelons. They're growing, then they produce like this really small watermelon, and then after that you don't see it anymore. Yeah, there's something up with the watermelons. Like there's leaves here, you can see, but they don't produce. They don't. I don't see it. There's like some of these really small watermelons, but then they don't grow. They don't grow up. They don't amount to anything. Then after that, I wonder what's going wrong. But these are fine. This is not the problem. But the watermelons, there might be an experiment this year, because I don't really see any watermelons yet. They should be here. I'm also gonna irrigate. It's getting kind of, well, it's not dry here, but like there I see there's one, and here's one, like these really tiny ones, but then they don't really develop into anything.
Yeah.
Don't know what's up there, but these are good from here. And then the corn is growing, and tomatoes, eventually they're gonna get red, I think. But yeah, we might need to put a string up here to get these a little bit to the side. I cannot, I'm basically trapped in here. Yeah, these like cobs are growing here nicely. And these are, you can find a lot of these. That's not a problem. Like there's so many tomatoes here, we just need to get them so they start to turn. You need them to turn to a different color. Maybe we can kind of cross them like this to try to get them to stay a little bit more on this side. Not grow out this way too much. Oh yeah, this one is like leaning down here like crazy. This one should also be kind of up here, I guess. I didn't expect them to get that tall. I was expecting them to stay like at this level. I might need to put a string like maybe from here somewhere there and just tie these top levels so they kind of stay somewhat upright. They're gonna snap themselves otherwise. But yeah, this is what we got here. Then I can probably irrigate a little bit. Put some water. Yes, I mean stuff is growing, that's not the problem, but yeah, I don't know what's up with those guys. They seem to kind of grow, but then there's no watermelons. Not too many watermelons showing. They're growing, and a few of them died in the beginning. I think there was like some ants or something. I don't know what happened. But these rest of them, they seem okay. But yeah, not too many of them. Or I don't see, at this point they have grown so long, you should be able to see some like balls there, some watermelons, but maybe that's only gonna be a test this year. Then we'll see, try to figure out what we did wrong before next year. But otherwise, plants are growing pretty good, I think. Growing like up the walls, literally. Yeah, it's. I think on Kick it's very easy to get like monetized at least. Like on Twitch, you need like more. You need some viewers and a little bit. It's a little bit harder on Twitch. But yeah, on Kick it should be pretty easy. Like getting monetized, but then getting subscribers is a different thing. But yeah, that should be from that part. Then we can go continue. Take the berries with John there, and then we'll also harvest some things from the garden at the end. But I think we can get the, maybe it's berry time. Is there some berries still there?
Yeah, still some white currant.
We got some currants here, then we can go back, and I think we're gonna harvest all the onions today. They seem to be ready. But the currants probably will run out today. We can get the last, I think, today.
Yeah.
There is still some here, but these are running out now. Just a little bit left. But it's nice because they're starting to be overripe also. Too cooked.
Yeah. Maybe the like nighttime temperature is just too low for the melons.
I don't know. I've seen another guy. He grows them outside, and they're growing, and it's like in Finland, and in more northern. I don't know. Maybe they need like more pollination or something. I mean, if I don't have the windows open, there's not too much pollination happening. Maybe that could be the issue. I don't know. The corn has pollinated, and I don't know about the water or the mini cucumbers. Do they even need pollinators? That could be one thing.
But weren't they like small melons already?
They're small, yeah, but I think then you would think the pollination has happened already.
Think that it would.
I don't know what's up. Well, it's the first year this, so it might always be some trial and error. Trial and error might need to happen first.
Maybe they just. You think that it would like grow? and stuff.
They were growing nice, but then there's no balls forming. There was some, but they're only like this, like finger size, and then after that they kind of disappear. I haven't even seen like what happened to them. Maybe the ants eat up them or something. Weird.
Yeah, it's got one of the plants at least. But no.
But they at least picked the berries. At least are good here.
Yeah.
There's a bug.
And the cucumbers and the corn.
Then I should try also see if the sound stays good today. Yeah, sound stays good now. Because there is the thing that the sound gets kind of crackly or robotic sometimes now. There was some updates to the software, so I think that's causing it, but yeah, just let me know if it's crackling. It's a quick fix, but it's very annoying because I'm not listening to the stream, so I don't know when it happens. But hopefully there's some more updates coming up and that fixes it. I could downgrade OBS, but it's kind of a pain to do so. But yeah, we can pick basically anything that's left. If it's a little bit more, it's fine. Like I'm gonna take everything. Then the bushes are cleaned, more or less cleaned. Like if there's like few berries left, it's fine. Can leave some for the birds.
Yeah, but that
it seems like it's actually quite clean now. I don't see many berries left. Which is good. Then we can, once we get these harvested, then we can move over. There's like another bush there that has these like red bigger berries that we can harvest once this is done. I think we're pretty cleaned up here. I didn't see much. Are we happy with I think we're happy with the result here. There's some dried up berries, like some that some bugs have eaten, but for the most part, only these guys left.
Yeah, pretty good. There's like some, but not too many.
Then we'll move over to the red ones. Here we got the white ones. And then some black ones. Here it's almost, I kind of waited today to try to be in the shade when we're doing stuff, but it's almost in the shade here now.
Yeah.
Kind of half shade at least. Here should still be some red ones here.
Shade is advancing.
But yeah, this weekend it's gonna be pretty warm here, so it might be even warmer tomorrow. Today it's only maybe 23 and there is some wind, so
There's not too many left either.
no, underneath here is some. But yeah, lighter work like this is fine. I'm glad we biked yesterday though. Today it would have been warmer. There's like a rogue berry here and there. I'm sure we'll get enough here. But no huge amounts left, so finally getting through this. This lasted for, we probably peaked for a couple of weeks from this bush, like a little bit and ate it and a little bit. Quite nice amount.
Yeah.
Cluster guy. Yeah, it's just a few berries here and there. Pretty much cleaned up.
No bigger clusters now.
Not even in sometimes when you do this you can find some better inside. Nah, this is actually cleaned really well. I'm gonna get a little bit from here, but then it's all. If it's all, then it's all. Then the black one, there's some in there, I think. Inside the bushes. Yeah, this is actually really well cleaned. There's literally nothing left here. Then I think we started. The strawberries was like, it's like 3 weeks ago probably when we started those. Then first strawberries and then these. And then it's gonna be the other berries there. So it's, you can pick berries pretty much in the garden here like for a month, I would say. Split it, like every berry is ready at a little bit different time. Here's even the one lone raspberry bush in the garden, which still has like a few, but this is also pretty much season over. Like a few, I can eat these directly here. Did you find something?
But this is starting to be pretty
Only
this bush.
pretty much cleaned up. Then we can, the black currant behind there should be some. That's in the shade. But it's fine if you do just lighter work, it's fine. No. Misclicked.
Yeah, here's some like
We just get this turned back. Where's the dam? Where I can press so it goes back this way. I misclicked there, so now we're in vertical, we need to be in horizontal.
there's the icon somewhere when you.
How it doesn't come back like it came, but now I didn't see anywhere. Where is it? It only goes, now there it is, it's hiding. Now we're back. I should have this locked again, but might tinker with it, so I don't have it locked. Is there any black ones left?
Bowl closer here.
Bowl can be here. I think inside here I saw a little bit still. Yeah, like there's some here. Some branches have a little bit.
Yeah, still like.
But this is also running. Pretty much running empty. These black ones, black currant, these are really big this year. Like normal year, big berries like this. Now there's some that are like that. Not that many in this bush because I think it's so old, it's starting to kind of fade a little bit. But where there are berries, the berries are very big. Like here you can see it's a big cluster of big ones. But yeah, we had to fix computer this morning, and you guys, you will never, you guys will never guess what was wrong with the computer. So I was using it, and then all of a sudden the screen went black. Heard a little tick, maybe a little sound, but just all of a sudden screen goes black. You guys will not guess what broke. I first thought that maybe GPU, or maybe like, I don't know, software bug, but then I restarted computer, nothing worked, still same. So yeah, try to guess. You won't guess what it was.
Yeah. What malfunction like in the computer?
It's the most weird thing. I didn't think it was even possible that that could happen. Here's like a big branch here with a lot of berries. Still, there's one. I ripped out the stinging nettle, but there's one right there. Gotta watch out for that guy. And there's something on my knee also. Got my shorts on. There's something here that feels like a stinging nettle. Monitor, no, I thought about that. Restarted monitor was fine.
Yeah, gotta check that.
But yeah, it was actually one of the memory sticks, I guess they're called. One of them physically got dislodged. So then the computer didn't work. Like I didn't know that could even happen. Like it was like it's in there, and we have had no earthquakes or anything like that would shake the computer too much. But the actual memory stick was physically dislodged. I didn't think that could happen. I don't know too much about computers, but I didn't think that could happen even.
Yeah, because the light was on for the like it didn't like. Go
Yeah,
through
John recognized there was like
memory chip.
there was one light that was like a yellow light that said that there's something wrong with the memory. Otherwise, we would probably not have found it out. I thought, yeah, if the GPU blows out, that's like expensive, like €1,000. I was hoping, but then, thank God, easy fix, no cost. But I didn't think that could happen to a computer. I didn't think the memory can actually get dislodged.
There were these like tabs, but
It
on
wasn't
one
holding.
side, so maybe the other side was like. You can
Sneaky memory was trying to escape. Yeah. I have no clue how it could happen.
come and loose probably from the one side. That was like.
Very, very, very weird. Yeah, I found it. When you lift up, there is still some branches here with some good black currant here. Not much, but this is the last batch of berries here from the garden also. Or these are clean. Then we got these ones. I don't know what these are even called, but it's these like red, little bit bigger berries. These we can then next pick. These are also pretty good. There seem to be quite a bit of these also. But today we'll finish those bushes, then this is the next batch. These are starting to be ready. But these are good when they're really, really dark red, like some of those really dark red. So in no hurry to start to picking these. The really dark red ones are good. They need to be super dark. Yeah, now this one is cleaned, I think. I found one there. I don't see anything anymore. Maybe inside here. There's a few maybe, but definitely not much left now. Yeah, can you see anything there? No. No, there's a few there. But then we're really pretty well cleaned out, I think. There's a few there, yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's actually nothing left, I would say.
These horseflies.
Yeah, some horseflies, but still still this year I'm surprised about how little bugs there are. This month is usually the worst month for bugs. There's very few bugs. No mosquitoes. 1 or 2 horseflies. You know, not even the normal flies are here now. It's it's probably the least buggy summer I've seen in a long time. There's pretty much no bugs, like very few. You got maybe a horsefly on the knee there, but it's not bad. Not bad. Could be much worse this time. This time is the worst. Then in August it usually gets better already. It starts to dry up and maybe, yeah, it's usually better. July is usually worst for bugs. But yeah, I think we might be pretty good on berries now. There's pretty much a decent batch still. Some black ones, some red ones, some white ones. Looks pretty nice. Nice mix.
Now there's not much left in
Cleaned. Then we got that little one, and then we got that one. Once these are eaten, then we can start on those. But yeah, this is good. I think now we can go. We can get all the other stuff. Then we'll take the onions. This is ready, these are ready. Then we can get all the stuff here and then the onions go in this one. I'm just gonna cut a little bit. A little bit of lettuce and parsley and whatever. The normal stuff. The stuff I've harvested. Like I don't show every time I harvest, but I just grab a little bit. A little bit almost every day. Sunflowers are starting to bounce. And yeah, it's dry now, but there's still pretty good moisture. I think for the crops it should be pretty dry now and sunny, so I think it's good. There should be enough moisture for crops to grow on the fields. Potatoes are also going down. You can see they probably got so we should start harvest potatoes also soon. I don't know if they probably don't have enough kalium or something, because they usually they grow until this time and then they get the kind of disease and go flat. But yeah, also when the onions go like this, I think it's time to. So these we can harvest now. But I'm just grab a little bit for this first. A little bit of parsley.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. A little bit of this. Some greens, yeah. A little bit. This lettuce looks. There's not much left of this, but it's good. And the other one is like getting big, so it doesn't taste good. So the lettuce might also be running out. I should have planted even a third time, like later, but forgot about that. You could still try to plant now. It might still work. Then you could get lettuce for end of next month or after like a couple of weeks. It's only this part that's really good to eat. But we'll just grab a few. Yeah, you should try to just rip the whole plant up and put it in the basket. Just shake off the dirt. They should be, or if you rip up one, if it's clean, the cleaner it is, the better it is. The dirt should not be muddy, so that's why I want to take these up now. I think the dirt should be like clean. Yeah, grab the thing and then shake off the dirt, get all the dirt off roots, yeah, and then put it like that in the basket. That's how they said you should harvest those. Then leave them like for a couple of weeks like that, so the green. Nah, you don't need to do much. That's the dirt. Then we put them somewhere in like shady, dry spot, and then the green part will completely shrivel off, and then after a couple of weeks you can put them in the root cellar. But there should be quite a bit. There's like 3 rows and they're pretty big, I think.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the smallest ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little deal I could still take. And then I harvested some of these. These were really good, these beans. Just take this whole thing, cook it, and it's like straight up ready for eating. But we might not harvest these today, but tomorrow I can grab more of these. They're growing pretty good. I already harvested a bunch. Like these green beans. These were surprisingly good after you just cook them. They're not good when you eat them like green, but just cook them and they're very good. And then the carrots can still grow. But yeah, the dill, you can cut some. This is also getting old, so it's not that good. You can like these parts. These parts are pretty good to eat, but there's not too much of that left. It's getting kind of old. Yeah, I think down here they're going to be even larger. Huge. They're going to be huge. Let's grab a little bit of that. You can eat this part, top part. It kind of tastes different, but yeah, these I can cut the whole things down soon. These are also like season is over from this also. There's a lot of plants that it's already like everything is harvested basically. rest of these I can also just mow down. Then when there's basically only the stick left, then this is not good to eat. This is like a woody taste. Yeah, it's gonna be. We will see if it fits there. If we need another one, there's gonna be quite a bit, I think. I planted maybe 50. If they're all that size, then there's gonna be quite a bit. Maybe they fit there. Maybe. But yeah, this should be good. Just a little bit of greens can help John rip things out. There's quite a few of these.
Like make these roots.
Roots you can break off. No, roots you can break off. And it's good now because the dirt is dry. So then you get the cleaner you get them here, the better. If it's wet, then it gets all moldy and starts to rot.
Pretty like clean.
Yeah, if you stack them like that, then all greens are to the side, then it's gonna shrivel off. Should fit in one or two. We'll see. I can start from here. This is like this. Yeah, they come up really easy now. Really easy and pretty clean. But yeah, we're not gonna. Last time I ripped these off, but you can leave them on so it shrivels away. Then it's like less chance of infection and stuff. I can start from here, I guess. There's a lot of these. A lot of these here. These are super easy. You just basically you put this onion thing in the ground when it's smaller and then it grows in the garden. So it's very easy. Super easy growing. Pretty good harvesting. When this is harvested, that's harvested, those are left, parsley is left, strawberries are harvested. Quite a bit harvested actually, most of it almost. Potatoes we can start soon. They're not gonna grow much once the green guys like fall down. But these have grown. They're almost like larger than last year. I think these grew pretty well this year. Very easy to rip out now. Yeah, if we put them all like that, I think they're gonna fit in one. There's gonna be quite a bit here, probably. Many kilos. Don't need to buy onions.
No. There's enough here for like.
If you do make food and use one at a time, then there's many meals that you can add these to. You can eat this green part also. This kind of tastes good, this green part also.
Tastes like.
A different, not really the same, but kind of different taste. But yeah, these grew really. They're pretty big. I think they're better than last year. They were good last year also, but I think they've grown more this year. I think is one gonna, if it's too heavy, one's gonna break, then we might need to. Now we're roughly harvested half now. Maybe we should there's another one in the basement, a similar, take another one, then we put half and half.
Yeah, because there's still like there's two.
Yeah, so it aerates good. You want good airflow there. I can continue ripping out. And like this one is huge here. Huge. Just pile them here for now. and then we got the middling row still. Middling row left. I see a rogue. I see a rogue strawberry here. So strawberry season is definitely over. Was a few weeks ago, but sometimes you can get these August strawberries. Yeah, not too much. But yeah, the wind is fine if you're not doing too much heavy stuff. It's quite windy. Sure, there's quite a few kilos here. Probably this plus this, probably 10 kilos of onions. You can make a few. This one is rotten. That's not good. That one will throw back. They need to be hard so they don't have any disease. Spread that to the other ones. Det var en som var mjuk, lite som så mjuk när man tar, ska man bara kasta bort, inte så att det är med så att det lagar de andra sjuka. Om de där när man tar upp och det är lite som så att det är mjuka eller något, att det ser dåligt ut. Om de bara med hårda så är det något, då ska det vara här. Det var en som jag hittade där som var lite... Där jag tar ihop en stav här några och sen där mittrade den där. Bara stackar dem i det. Stack them in there. Sådär ju, att det är så att de där selken torkar bort så att de är sådär som att de torkar bra. Det där själva sipulin. Själva simosipulin. Som är mjuka. Det är sån kun on bula, men inte om det är inte mjukt så är det nog något.
Det är nog liksom...
Om det är hårt så är det nog, ja. Ja. Man ser på de där hårda så kan de helt okej. Där är nu det första då. Ja, där är det. There's a couple, then we got this middle row still. Few here. This will fit nicely here now. I was at the middle here a little bit. Then potatoes need to be harvested at some point, and then yeah. Beans there is a little bit left. Good beanies. Then we can put these somewhere in the shade in a windy spot. One horsefly It's on. If it's on the hat, it's fine. Yeah, ground is nice and dry, so it's good. Good to harvest these. This is a big one here. There's a lot of these that are this size. Pretty nice. Nice sized. Yeah, now it's still about the same amount in both. Is that one still?
Yes, yeah.
It might be attached still. What about this one? Oh, this one was also, I missed one. It's just leaning over. It's even older. That one there, I threw that one, so that one is not good. Not too many rotten ones, maybe one. Now it should be all. If all the green is gone, there's one, but this one was ripped. Ah, no, this one is new here at the end. Here's still a couple at the end here, a couple small ones. But now it's all. I threw one to the side. There was one that was bad. These are still a couple of okay ones, I think. Now I think we got all. Yeah, this one was the rotten one. This one was not good. This one is like soft. This is rip.
Start to make some secondary.
Oh, secondary onion. We just need the first onion. First type of onion. Tastes like onion. Onion, it's good just to chop it up. You can put it on like in with any kind of meat, just chopped up onion, even not fried, just onion. It's good. Pretty strong, but not super strong, not too strong. Okay, now we got the good harvest. Onions, and that, and gherkins, and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you see pretty easily.
That one was a rotten one. Here's a top. I see a strawberry. One strawberry harvest. No greens left. Then we should put them somewhere in the shade. A windy shady spot. That's a big horsefly there. Not many, but that's a fat one. Not anymore. Fat boy.
Gazebo floor, like.
It's too sunny. Behind, maybe in there, but it's kind of it could be like a drier place. Maybe behind a building somewhere. Gazebo would be kind of good, but it's kind of sunny. I mean, a lot of the time. So maybe if you put it like here, the one place where it's not sunny, like when sun comes from here, maybe like on this end of the gazebo. I mean, they should be fine there for a little bit. I'm gonna go to the gazebo, see if that could be an okay spot. I mean, sun is not bad, but you probably don't want them to be constantly in the sun, especially now when it's so hot. Maybe like here, then they're out of the sun a lot of the time. Onions planted, they were planted this year. These could be okay. Then behind, I guess behind the building, then it's shady always, but might not be the windiest spot. maybe we'll take them behind the building instead, because here I want to sit here, so it's gonna, they're gonna be here for like a little while.
Maybe like then.
Behind the building, just on the grass there. Should be fine. Should be fine.
These were planted like
Not just a few months ago. 3 months ago, man.
we were like in May.
Mm. The stairs here would be kind of good, but it's in the way again. Maybe just here is good. Here is probably good. They can dry up a bit. Should be it's a pretty dry area, because even if it rains, it's not gonna rain on them. Then once the green parts shrivel away, then we can put them in the root cellar.
Of this.
It should dry up. It said like 1 to 2 weeks, and then then rip the top part off and put them in the root cellar. Then we can get the rest of the stuff. But yeah, I wonder if the pollination is not working for them. But I've been having the hatch open now quite a bit, so some bugs can get in and pollinate things. See if you can see any. I saw a couple of the tiny ones you can see, but then we got this guy plus a couple of those guys, and then I still had one bucket here with stuff, I think. The lettuce and stuff. There's a mushroom for the mushroom guys. Some mushrooms coming up. Lawn needs to be mowed again. It's pretty tall here again. And it's not a long time since I mowed last time. Still growing. Need a bigger rock, yeah. You found probably a more suitable rock. Here we got some greens, then we got some berries. Then we got all the onions. That's a better rock, yeah. Better rock guy. I might go and weed the garden a little bit. Then it should be good. Oh, thank you for the kicks there. Yeah, so this, if I have stream elements, it says all follows from Kick, Twitch and YouTube, but it does not say the bits or the kicks. So I still have to check this, but thank you for the 10 kicks. Yeah, there's a lot of small ones, but they somehow like disappear or something. I don't know, do the ants eat them or something? I don't know what's going on. Maybe the ants eat up them. Something crazy is going on. But yeah, the rest of the stuff is growing like crazy, definitely. They don't seem to grow from that for some reason. Now we got a long flat rock. Yeah, that's gonna be good for the door. It's only needed really to keep the door open. You can keep it shut, but if you open it, you'll leave it like that, it's gonna flap around like crazy. I'm gonna go do some weeding in the garden still. Then that's already ready to consume. At least the grass is gonna be dry this time when we mow it. I'm gonna see if maybe tomorrow morning I can try to mow the grass. If it's cooler, then now it's way too hot. Where did I leave my weeding tool? Where weeding tool at? Don't see it. Someone stolen my weeding tool at the end, yeah, man. I also could cut the side. I see there's some big thistles at the side. Ah, here it is. Now I see the handle.
Yeah.
This doesn't really need to be weeded anymore. There's the beans ready to pick. These are ready or good to go. Cooked beans, yeah. One thing that's good when it's cooked. Usually it's not good if it's cooked, but for the beans it's good if they're cooked. Carrots are growing. Put some dirt on the carrots. But yeah, underneath it's still, if it doesn't rain I might irrigate the garden soon. But I'll have to check the potatoes. If they're kind of dying like that, it might be worth to harvest the potatoes first and then irrigate. Because when the dirt is really dry, it's easy to harvest the potatoes also. Should really rip out a few and just at least to get a bunch of new potatoes. They're pretty big now. They don't really grow when the plant starts to go yellow like that. It's not gonna grow anymore much. They're decent sized.
We definitely harvest these.
But we can start to harvest like a little bit and eat, and a little bit, then you get like a couple of rows easily. And then harvest the rest in like a week or two. But the onions are harvested now, and this lettuce is pretty much gone. Parsley will be for later, and beans. But I can weed this. I'm keeping this area, kind of keeping all the weeds down here. So they don't grow this here. I didn't have anything else to put here, so I'm just minimizing the weeds here.
Keeping it bare,
yeah. Keeping it bare. There's not that much now. There's the thistles have kind of stopped growing now. Once you cut them a few times, they kind of stop growing. Only on the side you can see there where I mowed it. There the thistles are bigger. I need to take the weed whacker and kind of whack the side there, I think. These are too big for this guy. Should we put them back where we had them previously? I think they would be better there. They don't serve any purpose where they are now. You could try to put them back where they were. Few thistles here, but not too much. Yeah, you can put them back there. I think they're better there. Better at the other place. did say there was no bugs, but now there's a few horse flies buzzing around. Still, it's not too bad. Some years it's been a lot of bugs this time of the year. A lot of bugs. But yeah, do this like once. Maybe I've done this like 3 times in the summer now. Keeps the weed away for next year when we can again plant things here. Mix it up. Now it's shady here. Nice and shady. Yeah, what's going on here? We got these platforms here for a little bit, but we'll put them back there. Otherwise they get completely overgrown and start to rot. Det är lätt att klippa det här man tar bort nu. Here's even like the wild strawberries coming through here also. There's even wild strawberry a lot in the grass, you can see. Only leaves, but there's wild strawberry here also. And in there and everywhere. There's some more red berries there. I don't know if I'm gonna pick those, but a little bit here. This bush still has all the stinging nettle in it, so I might not want to go in there too much. We got teasel also. Teasel guy. Två på huvudet. But yeah, this might be it for today's stream. Just a short stream here. We tested some things. Is the sound still working? Oh yeah, sound is still working, so today it worked for a little bit more. But yeah, short stream. Might be coming back tomorrow with some mowing, and we might have some upgrades for the stream tomorrow also. Some more information. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.
Coffee in a jar, frost on the shed roof, keys in my hand. Massey 35, waiting by the birch line. Old paint fading, still stops on command. Oh yeah, red tractors in the pines, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fire. 645 by the front of tractors in the pines. Rain dust dancing, sun breaks the fall. Black soil turning under steel and slaw. 165 homes through the low wet ground. 399 holes as the swans swing around. Red tractors in the pine, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fine. 6455 by the front of the line. Red tractors in the pines. Oh, yeah. Forest at our shoulders, fields at our feet. 4 old friends and a lifetime of weed. Red tractors in the pine, working through the finished sky. From the valley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fine. 6455 by the front of the line. Red tractors in the pine. Ooh, red tractors in the pine. Chat keeps yapping about my life like it knows my every move, but it never stacked up birch pile high or pulled a stuck rig loose. Long field flat and frozen, breath hangs wide in the air. I got belly under blankets and diesel in my prayer. Weather is the boss out here, not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, I toss, but the weather is the boss. Red Massey hums at sunrise, tracks through slush and clay. Spruce line holds the hillside where the saw sings half the day. Skis lean by the back door, waiting on a clear blue spell. I read the clouds like scripture, more than any manual. Weather is the boss out here, not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, I toss, but the weather is the boss. Frost, flood, hail, thaw, I just dance to what I'm dealt. Oh yeah, you can tell me what I should do, but this land decides itself. Weather is the boss out here, not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, the shed roof, keys in my hand. Massey 35, waiting by the birch line. Old paint fading, still stops on command. Oh yeah, red tractors in the pines, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fine. 645 by the front of the line. Red tractors in the pine. Rain dust dancing, sun breaks the fall. Black soil turning under steel and slaw. 165 homes through the low wet ground. 399 hauls as the swans swing around. Red tractors in the pine, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fine. 645 by the front of the line. Red tractors in the pines. Oh, yeah. Forest at our shoulders, fields at our feet. 4 old friends and a lifetime of weed. Red tractors in the pine, working through the finished sky. From the valley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so